Welcome to the Woman Angler and Adventurer Podcast, inspiring real women with a passion for fishing and the outdoors to go get their adventure on. Now, here's your host, Master Captain Angie Scott.
Welcome, everyone, to the Woman Angler and Adventurer Podcast. This is pretty awesome. I'm sitting at the Hyatt Regency Resort in Incline Village, North Lake Tahoe. We're just getting ready, literally, to kick off the Outdoor Media Summit 2022. And I have two attendees with me that I'm just meeting for the very first time. But, you know, sometimes when you meet people in the outdoors industry, you already have that connection. So it doesn't really feel like it, even though that's the case. So I've got Mari Bodensteiner with me, and also Tracey Brown, and they're going to kind of talk about what they do in the outdoors. But first, let's just kind of talk about the summit, because this is both your first time. This is my second time. First time presenting, though, and I am a little nervous about that.
That's exciting.
So exciting.
I'm a podcaster. Like, I sit behind the screen, you know, and not in front of a bunch of people. So.
We're going to sit in the front row and we'll be your groupies.
I've already been feeling the butterflies.
Of course.
So, but I mean, I know my material.
Exactly.
I mean, literally.
This is a great environment to be able to present into.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll be getting mine knocked out at like 10 tomorrow, and then after that I can relax.
Perfect.
So.
Okay, great. We're going to cheer loud.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here. So this being your first time, and you guys can just kind of go back and forth or whatever, but what are your kind of expectations out of this event?
For me, I'm
Tracey.
I'm Tracey. The brand's called Parakito. It's an natural essential oil mosquito and tick repellent that is the number one repellent in Europe. So we're in 35 markets around the country, and I've been working with the brand in the U.S. since 2017, and we're in a lot of places, but we've never engaged with the media. And so this is the first time that I'm out and talking to all of the people that can really spread the word and help build the brand. And I think the media summit is really brilliant, because in the past, without summits, we were locked into paying an agency that then did all of the work. But this is how we do business in the outdoors, right? We get together and have a good time.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to a lot of good times this weekend and meeting really fun people like you that need product and like to have things to talk about.
Awesome. Well, I got to be a part of it last year, so I can tell you the fun aspect of it is definitely there. It's going to be a really good time. So What about you, Mari?
I'm Mari Bodensteiner from Red Wing, Minnesota, and I'm here with Space Trailers. We're a small family-owned business in Red Wing, and our trailer is just a lightweight 600-pound sport trailer. It's enclosed, it's watertight, and, you know, our whole purpose of our trailer for those smaller crossover SUVs for large families or people who want to do all the activities to be able to do it and travel with ease and travel better. So you can haul bikes, kayaks, canoes, all your fishing gear, rooftop tents fit on top of the trailer. I've been working with the hotel and the Outdoor Media Summit, and they actually allowed our trailer to be parked out in front under the portico by the valet parking. So you guys, anyone coming to the summit will be able to see it and touch it, feel it, which is great.
Go marketer.
But, yeah, I think like what you said best, though, is like being able to be here and talking with all the media and meeting with the brands that we already know and meeting new brands and doing it in the outdoor. Like, our hotel is just a step away from North Lake Tahoe, which I'd never been to until yesterday. So It's exciting to be here.
It's epic. We have Olympic terrain up here, which is really fun. So I'm glad to have you guys up here.
Yeah. I have been here before, but it has been, probably close to 20 years since I've been here.
It's been a long time.
So, and the first time was I was just a passenger, so I wasn't, I was trying to remember today, driving here from the airport in Reno, if this is, where I actually went. I remembered, we did go to like Virginia City, is that
Cool.
what it's called?
Yep.
Carson City.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then we drove around the lake a little bit and saw patches of snow and stuff like that. And I was like, I wonder if it would make sense that this would be the part where we went to, since it's on that side.
Yeah. It's just gotten fancy. It's pretty fancy up here.
Yeah.
Sadly.
But it's beautiful. I have to
gorgeous.
say, it was very hard to navigate the vehicle.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I was
trying to look around at all the beautiful scenery.
And the color.
Yeah.
It's amazing for us in California. We don't usually get color.
Oh, sure.
And there's a lot of color here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to the next couple days and
being
this
a passenger.
Evening, yeah. And this evening we're going to. Do you guys remember what's called
Thunderbird
Yes.
Lodge.
Yeah,
Which
Thunderbird Lodge.
sounds very, very intriguing.
Yeah.
So
Be our opening kickoff welcoming reception.
Yep.
Get to see everyone, new friends and old.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Should be a good time.
yeah. So do you guys have meetings set up with people while you're here, or just kind of just organically meeting people and going to some of the seminars?
More organic
Awesome.
and some of the breakfast with brands. So we
Yep.
get to meet with have breakfast tomorrow morning with everyone and participating in the scavenger hunt and different activities
That's
like that
the
to
best.
organically meet. Yeah.
Well, you did a really great job getting your tent out front. That's important for you. I have product that I gave away to everybody as they checked in,
Yeah,
I
that's
got a
great.
bracelet,
which is super fun.
Yeah.
And so, yes, good
More,
job
as
getting
many
your tent
eyes-
out there.
Yeah, getting as many eyes out there. For
Yeah.
the trailer and
So I tour the Women's Pro Bass Tour, and then I'm sponsored by Lance Camper, who sponsors this podcast. We carry a very heavy Lance truck camper, and we pull a boat. So lightweight pulling is always very important. You have to be very conscious about how much weight you're hauling and pulling, to make sure you're within the legal limits and whatnot. What makes your trailers so lightweight?
That's a great question. Our 600-pound trailer can haul 1,000 pounds, so it's perfect for, like I said, those smaller crossover SUVs. I pull it with my Crosstrek Subaru, Jeeps, Nissans, but also large trucks can pull it too that just need that extra capacity, that extra cubic square feet for their luggage or their gear.
Your trailers are quite versatile too, aren't
They're
they?
super versatile, yeah, which is nice. It's not just a camping trailer. You can deck it out. You can put the kitchen system in, the drawers, everything you want, but you can use it for your weekend projects. I've moved recently and I did many trips, and it's nice that it's an enclosed trailer. It's watertight, so I could wait a day or two to unpack or whatever. I can, take, if I'm going camping and I can't decide between the bikes and kayaks, I can bring them both and have that with me and have that option. It's a galvanized steel frame, so being in Minnesota, we see snow and salt, and it's not going to rust out on you. The panels are powder-coated steel, and then a plastic canopy, so it's a really thick, high-quality canopy on top that's removable. So you can also have an open utility trailer with your enclosed
that is cool.
sport trailer, so you get both. Yep.
And you have a lot of accessories that people can buy, even tent.
Yeah,
So-
we sell, rooftop tents along with it, bike racks, kayak racks. We partner with Thule and, have their kayak racks on there now for this show. And we're excited to, make it as simple and user-friendly as possible and kind of customize it to meet your needs that you want. So I'm really excited. I just got the Thule fly rod hauler to mount on our space bar.
Great.
So I took a fishing trip over Labor Day weekend where I just threw my rod in the back of the trailer, which was not a good idea, and lots of traffic. There was a sudden stop, and all I could think about was, oh, please, I hope my rod is okay. And it was perfectly safe inside, but I'm excited to get that rod mounted on top.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It was fun watching you at your booth. There were so many different things that it was really a pretty tricky little trailer.
Yeah, it's really cool. I am excited to be able to be here this weekend and talk about it and show people it and,
It's, spacetrailers.com.
Spacetrailers.com, exactly.
We'll put a link to that in the show notes
Thank
too,
you,
to make
perfect.
it easy for people.
Yeah.
In South Dakota, hunting is our shared legacy, something everyone can be a part of. That's why we're focused on making our fields a welcome place for everyone. See how at huntthegreatestsd.com, where you can hear stories from sportswomen and learn what makes South Dakota the world's pheasant capital. While you're there, enter for a chance to hunt with Sportsman Channel's Melissa Bachman and win free gear from DSG Outerwear. Learn more at huntthegreatestsd.com/DSG. Well, let's switch gears back over to Tracey and talk a little bit more about Parakito, exactly what it is and what makes it so special.
So the pest category is growing as climate changes, right? We expect in 2025 the pest category to be $5.75 billion. And we focus primarily on ticks and mosquitoes. We're a French company, and we're in 35 markets around the world. We're the number one repellent in Europe. And so I started working with them when they came to the United States, and I have a military retail background, so got us into all of the commissaries and the Marine stores, Navy stores. So we're in all of the in those stores. But what makes Parakito special is that because we're a French company, we are essential oil experts. Mosquitoes and ticks are both drawn to the fragrance of us as humans, and primarily the carbon dioxide from our breath. So what Parakito does is create a mask, a fragrance mask that the mosquitoes don't like the fragrance of you anymore because of the essential oil diffusion, so they never come and land on you. Really, the only way to contract Lyme's disease, all of these awful diseases that are lifetime sentences mostly now, is for the mosquito or the tick to be on your body. And so we avoid them ever coming in contact. So let's just talk about this real quick. Yeah. This is a bracelet. It's adorable, but the bracelet or the carabiner clip, those are ways to wear the magic pellet, which is just a 1-inch polymer, and we take 7 different essential oils and infuse it into that polymer. Once you open it, take it out of the packaging, it diffuses the fragrance of these essential oils for 2 weeks, and it's waterproof. So I'm super excited to bring this product to fishing people because you guys are standing there just as bait. You're literally bait. So you wear the pellet. It diffuses a 4-foot fragrance, a radius of fragrance, and the mosquitoes don't like it, so they just don't approach. So 2 weeks waterproof, and that's me on and off of my paddleboard, and you in and out of the water. We also have 2 different products that are liquid formulations. This is a roll-on formula that also takes the essential oils into a high concentrate. So when I'm in a situation where it's really gnarly and quite infested, I use this as a backup. So the roll-on is just a couple of swipes on your arm, on your neck, the hot spots, right, or your pulse points. But again, it's fragrance-based, and the mosquitoes don't like the fragrance. Both liquid formulas and Parakito are safe for babies 6 months and above. So now the trend is going to natural, and that means no DEET, because DEET really is the devil. DEET is a disgusting product that we shouldn't be putting on our kids, especially it's a neurotoxin that was invented during the war when our kids were dying of malaria, and it was invented at the same time as Agent Orange. And it's literally a neurotoxin. Anyway, we'll go back to the good stuff. So we have the fragrance-based pellets that you wear either on a clip or on your body somehow, and that's alive for 2 weeks. Then we have the roll-on, and that has a 5-hour efficacy. And then we last year came out with this spray, and that spray is ticks and mosquitoes. Ticks are marching further west, as are the mosquitoes, and they're staying out year-round. Interestingly enough, the pest category used to be just seasonal, right? We'd ship in March and we were out by October. But all of the stores like Whole Foods have Parakito on the shelf year-round now. Wow. So the pest category is now year-round. And that is especially true with the tick and mosquito repellent spray. So this is, again, fragrance-based. This is a full body slather, mostly because the ticks, they're sneaky. You don't know if they're jumping from the grass or coming from a tree. And when we go outside, I'll open these and let you smell the fragrance. I won't do it in your room. But they're lovely. They're actually really lovely. The spray, we use almond oil and vitamin E as the slather. So you actually are softer after your mosquito and tick protection than you were before.
Nice added benefit.
The good news is that there's a natural solution now for our entire families, and that's Parakito.
Well, I picked out the one that was fish themed.
Great. Well, we are in West Marine, and I'm excited about the West Marine account right now. There's a new DMM that's just on board, and their plan is to start building lifestyle. And Parakito's been in there for 2 years now, and we have really great double-digit growth year over year. And we're going to do some great special bands that will be fishing themed for them. Cool.
So the bands, when after 2 weeks, how do you refill it?
So the band is actually, let me pull this apart for you. So the wristband is just a way to wear the magic pellet.
Okay.
Which is just a 1-inch little piece of polymer, types of plastics that we infuse the essential oils into. I'm so tempted to open it for you, but it won't. It's like it never shuts up, the little pellet, because it diffuses like essential oils, right? We're experts in diffusion. And so that's all you replace. Okay. And so we do sell replacements. We have the kids' wristbands, adult wristbands, and the kids they love to wear them because they don't get bit and they can keep going in and out of the water. Yeah. And there's nothing to apply to the skin when you're at the pools. I'm super excited. We are now approved to engage with 500 KOA camps.
Wow.
Wow.
And 90 plus, I think, % have pools. And I'm excited about KOA.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yes, it is just this little pellet, and every 2 weeks you just replace it. And how do you know that it's not working? You start to get bit. You start to get bit. Yeah. Once you get bite through, then you go, oh yeah, it's 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. But pretty magic. I know that I'm going to get asked here if this is biodegradable or something about the pellet, and I wish I could say that it is, but it's not yet. The goal for us, our mothership in Florida, it believes in having zero footprint, and I'm just happy that it's a tiny little footprint for such a big job.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, cool. So you live just 4 hours away from here, you were saying. So
I'm in California, Northern California. We have 35 reps across the country now, seeing outdoors, farm stores. And yes, welcome to Lake Tahoe. Let's go have some fun.
I'm excited to be here.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll do a recap episode after the event to just kind of tell everyone, since we're just now literally about to get on our shuttles to go to the
I'm going to load you up.
Reception.
All this is going to go home with you.
Oh, sweet.
Right? I want you to go out there and use it. I can't say who.
I can use it.
I can't say which brand yet, but I am in conversations with a fly fishing vest brand about putting the pellet into the fly fishing vest.
And you do fly fishing, you mentioned.
Yeah, I do. I love it. I lived in the Pacific Northwest for a long time in Bellingham, Washington, and my uncle was a fly fishing instructor out there.
Wow.
So he taught me how to fly fish years and years ago, and
let's see your arm.
Yeah, the cast. That's I learned he said picking up the phone and setting it down and picking up the phone.
Yeah.
So once you get better, we went fishing in the St. Joe River in Idaho and in the Cascade Mountains and everywhere out there. So I loved it and learned how to tie my own flies and kept fishing. And now that I'm back in Minnesota, can find all the trout streams that I want in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and keep going.
Yeah, I've had some ladies on the show that fly fish in Wisconsin, the driftless.
Yep, gorgeous.
Do you know Heather Hudson with United Women on the Fly?
I don't.
Okay, you
Have
should
to meet her.
Look up United Women on the Fly. It's a great organization. She's actually based out of Washington, so that's what made me think of that.
Cool.
But I met her and Jen Ripple from Dunn Magazine, which is a women's fly fishing lifestyle magazine.
Excellent.
Which is digital, but we did a redfish roadie road trip together in Florida a couple years ago and just had a blast. So I would definitely connect with them. But Jerry Meyer, I had on the podcast in the past about fly fishing the driftless.
Yeah.
And so she's very knowledgeable about all that.
I'll definitely have to
fly fishing is not my
No. It's not.
I'm a conventional angler, and in fact, on the entire redfish roadie road trip, I did practice fly casting at one of the events, and then with one of the guides, I went out and actually fished and caught my first fish on the fly. But I appreciate it. I think it's a beautiful way to catch fish, but it's a lot of work. I like my little conventional gear, and you know, so
it really is a pretty sport.
It is fun. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love it.
I hope they have something tied in with fishing and the scavenger hunt. Maybe somehow.
Yeah, I noticed they did last year.
Yeah,
so hopefully again
they did
they
the Takari.
Yeah.
There's quite a few fishing people here.
That's good, because there weren't that many last year, and so I've been talking to Yoon about trying to get more fishing involved, because that is a big part of the outdoors.
It is.
It tends to be
overlooked.
And he said in the past it has been, but it kind of just depends on the location of where the conference is. It sometimes lends more towards it, and other times not. So, and that makes sense. But
how many the fishing people actually that are coming to this conference are one of the decision makers for me coming, because that's a channel that I think Parakito is going to do really well in.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, I hope you both have an extremely successful summit and meet the right people and have the right conversations, and it's just a great networking time. So
I am looking for outdoor fishing reps. If anybody out there would love to have women reps, please.
Absolutely. We gotta stick together. We're better together.
No doubt. Out of 30, there's 2 in the outdoor industry. Out of 30 outdoor reps, there's 2 girls. Come on, girls.
We'll change that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Show up.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, for taking a little bit of time out to be on the show before all the craziness kicks off. And I enjoyed meeting you, and I'm sure we'll continue to see each other throughout the next couple days.
Let's go party.
Yeah.
So fun. All right.